this belt was made, ladies! What's to understand about swish, swish, stab? Can we use turrets on her or some exploding fiery thing? Step away from the idiot! Protect me, go!
I've never had a girl in my life.
Yeah, I noticed. You need to try harder. Oh, here she comes again.
Agent Tex is a bit of a badass.
I am muted. I am muted. I am muted. I am mute. Yes, there we go. Yes, there we go. Okay. Okay, I got it. I figured. I got it. I got it. I got it. I am mute. All right, well, folks, as is your old friend Oxtal back again, as I was saying, other than being muted, it's good to be back. I had a little bit of a little break there. We had a great holiday season, as it were. Got some cool gifts, so I'll lean over just a little bit so that way you can see in the back of me on my window is three wonderful little girls. I don't want to say little, now they're kind of grown up. There you see them. I have three of the Ruby figures because we couldn't, well, I couldn't find her, and neither could my friend that gave me these gifts. So I got all three of them except for Weiss. So I'm missing Weiss, so I got to try to find that. So that's interesting. But it's been a pretty cool Christmas. So I got those for Christmas and got a bunch of new sweaters and, you know, clothes that you get from parents and stuff like that. So it's all good. I hope that each and every one of you had a good one as well. So we are going to discuss some of our favorite stuff from Red vs. Blue going to season 13. So if you are ahead of me or you're staying with me, that's great. But if you are ahead of me, no spoilers, please. I'm just keeping up with 1 through 13, so we'll discuss any of your favorite episodes. It's going to be, I think, a lot of fun to kind of talk with you guys and gals about, you know, Red vs. Blue, what our feelings on some of the seasons, some of the episodes that were really standing out. And like I said, I'm trying to keep an eye, so if I miss the chat, so I apologize. I have both screens going, so I'm going to be kind of looking back and forth and trying to keep focus on the camera. So, so, all right, folks. Well, I mean, let's start off with right off the bat. Let's kind of dive into this shenanigans that is Red vs. Blue. Let's start off with season 1. So season 1 for me was the start of something beautiful, and I did not know what I was really getting myself into. I thought, I was like, okay, this is a show that's basically based off a game. I mean, but I knew it was from Rooster Teeth, who did Ruby, and I was racked into Ruby at the time. So, and I was doing some other things. We did like Camp and as you see in my playlist, all the wonderful stuff that they've created. And this is something that started this business. So that is... All right, Kevin. Good. I gave you a wrench there, Kevin, so you are a mod. So if you see something crazy, you can help me out. I appreciate that. I might do something here in a second. So it was a wonderful experience. So why are we here? It was the first words uttered by Simmons and Griff, and it was so funny to see the start of something beautiful. Like I said, why are we here? And to see these guys get to introductions, yeah, it was using the original Halo, you know, graphics and stuff like that. And I think, honestly, for me, it stood the test of time. Even though it was using that dated, a little bit dated graphics, and we are now up to Halo, I don't even know what we're, Halo version we're up to, I think like 6 or something. I do too. The jokes on season 1 were just spot on. They had some great timing. The team killing fucktard when Caboose shot, well, basically blew up Church, and a lot of people pointed out that, hey, this is Blood Gulch Alpha 1, so that came to play later on, and that was cool that they actually were able to use some of the stuff. Now, granted that some of it is, there are a few plot holes, and we'll get to that, you know, when we get to a little bit later on the seasons. But honestly, for the most part, I mean, season 1 was just beautiful. They basically got, you know, a new teammate who got blown up and by a sticky grenade, and he got pink armor, which kind of turned him a little bit more onto the very flamboyant side of things, which is hilarious that they played that off so well. I love that they do that. They keep that going. Um, what were some of your favorites on like season one? I mean, kind of give me you guys and gals thoughts on season one. For me, I think it was the whole getting to know the guys. You mean? Oh, I'm sorry, lightest red. Yes, lightest red. I think honestly the team killing fucked hard and the just the introduction to Donut and then just Church basically becoming Ghost was some of my favorite points of that particular season. That was, and then starting to possess people, and then Tex comes along, and then Caboose gets possessed by O'Malley, and he's like, he's all has this deep throat. It's like never be alone. So that was some of my favorite moments on there. I love that particular version. So let me know what you guys and gals thoughts are on. What did you like about season one? What was some of your highlights? What were some of your kind of like, I could have used a little bit more tweaking? I'll wait. Let me know what you guys thought about that. So while you guys are discussing that, or thinking about what some of your favorite moments in that particular one. Yeah, Tex for me was a very interesting turn. I don't want to say I saw it coming, but I mean, for me, it was very interesting to see this badass, and it just, you're like, you don't expect it to, you expect it to be some dude because it was all dudes at that time. It, and then it happens to be a woman, and I was like, wow, okay. And I was so cool about it. I was like, that is so cool to see that. And Caboose is a beautiful person. I think he is. What do I say about Caboose? It's like he's the beautiful mind. He's like the Rain Man of the group. I feel like if you put him in a situation, he would excel at something, and it might be something completely useless, but I mean, I think he would do very well. He's like, he's our Rain Man. He's a special little boy. I love Caboose. Caboose is one of my favorite characters on this particular series. So let's jump into season 2. So right now we're just talking about the beginning of the series. We're getting into season 2. Basically, it's been a couple months after. Not really much time has passed between the first season and the second season. And hey, what's up, Ivan? Good to see you. I think I don't know if any of you have watched it. I think I mentioned this a while back, but Pinky and the Brain was one of my favorite animes to watch. I love Pinky and the Brain. The plan. No, he's like, what are we gonna do tonight, Brain? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. And I just love that series. And there was one episode that Pinky becomes smarter than Brain, and that all his nonsense is basically makes sense, but he's not able to conceptualize it in a way that we understand, so he just sounds like an idiot. So I mean, now that he's smart, he's able to conceptualize all this stuff that's coming through his head, and he just happens to be way smarter than Brain was. But that was a really good episode, and I think that's Caboose in a nutshell. He really is the smartest person in there, and people just don't realize it. So I love Caboose. That basically, so we have the second season, and everything is old. Everything is old as new. Everything old is new again. It's basically, it's very interesting to see the change of how everything turned out. They had. I think they had. Did they have Lopez in season 1? I think they had him in season 1. They built him, and then they had Officer Dufresne, who is a pacifist, arrive in the and they had 2 dead people who were already dead. It's like, well, that makes things a lot easier. And then and he's like, he could Church could possess, Lopez was taking over his body for the meantime, and then the Reds suddenly attack, and that was basically the start of season 2. What a great start to season 2. And then we get into, and this is when they were really short. So the episodes, if all of you, I'm sure you guys all know this, the episodes were so short. They were only like 5 or 6 minutes long at this point. So you're getting 2, maybe 3 episodes in just one sitting. And yes, that was the that was beautiful. He was just like, they got separated at the end, and this like the episodes that were just, oh my gosh, where Caboose is trying to talk to Sheila, and he's all nervous and trying to convince and then Tex reveals that Caboose has been a little bit aggressive because the AI transferred over to him. That was pretty key moments. I loved what they were doing with that. It's just funny, basically. And then when they start trying, when Tucker is basically trying to have everyone turn off the radios, and has Lopez sing the Spanish love song to Sheila. That was classy. That was absolutely classy. That was some of my favorite moments on that one. Season 2 was a little bit, was so short. I don't want to say short. It just was that the episodes were short, so it made it feel like a short episode. So basically, we get Church to discover, at the very end, basically Church discovers the note from Lopez and Sheila that they're going to start the robot army. That was something that was very interesting. Sarge gets the 2 new robots. One of them that basically punches Griff every time it says dirtbag. Yep. And I have a lot of this. Trying to refresh myself on the sides. That's why you kind of see me looking to the side. Some of it I'm kind of refreshing myself on. So it's been several months since I started all this. Basically, Tucker gets a message from Vic. Basically, both Red and Blue Command are working for the same teams, and Doc is basically there and possessed by O'Malley. It was just a cluster of all just shenanigans. Oh, so what if dirtbag? Code word dirtbag. Yes, indeed. Code word dirtbag. But that was some of my highlights of season 2. Season 2 for me wasn't one of my top ones. I liked season 2, but this is still early, Red versus Blue, so we don't really get. The first 5 seasons were great, and I'm not knocking any of them. It's just, for me, I like some of the later seasons better than I even like the original first 5 seasons. They stuck out more for me. What do you guys think? Anything that you can think of that I might be missing or overlooking in my interpretation of things? While we go on to the next one. Man. Yeah, for me, that was interesting to see 2 different, literally like a split personality And to see this pacifist being taken over by the most aggressive AI, which we learn later is an AI, the most aggressive thing that you could think of. It's just so funny to see. It's just like, where did you come up with that? I would hopefully at RTX I can ask some of these good questions. I would love to try to get, like I've said in my previous video, some of my goals for next year is to get to RTX, hopefully get enough money going so that way I can do a VIP pass, so that way I can maybe have more of a one-on-one moment with some of the voice actors and some of the personalities there. That would be absolutely amazing. I would love to do a interview with some of them. That's some of my goals. So on to season 3. We're gonna kind of pump through this. We only got about an hour, unfortunately, and I gotta go to work tonight, so more work, as it were. Fun times. Basically, season 3. What can I say about season 3? They had some of the best, just story points in this particular season that I think better than the first 2. This is where I felt like they were starting to really connect with everybody. I feel like this is where they were starting to get to the idea that this was a hit. This was amazing. Everyone loved it. And they were really just hitting on all cylinders on this, and starting in season 3. Later on, they even show even more that they start hitting more and more. And that's when, you know, Monty came in, and other, you know, seasons that really stood out for me personally. But season 3 for me personally, I felt when I was watching it, is that it just really hit a lot of good, just great comedy that I love. That kind of just it was so funny at times. I was just like, I couldn't stop laughing. I think there's like several episodes that I was just like, I can't. I just stopped working because some of the one-liners from Caboose, some of the stuff from just the Church and Griff, and all of them, just some of the just the one on top of the other that they just built on was so beautiful in this particular season. I just like, why? This is so good. What is this show? And you've heard me say that multiple times about this particular show. I'm like, what is this show? And they're like, it's Red versus Blue. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but that really, it's just, wow. How did they get so, how, wow. So basically, Tona and Sarge end up in this like other map. Yeah, and that was really good. I honestly love that time traveling. But my problem, and this is where we start to get into some of the plot holes that I talked about, and it's that they did fix some of them, but they kind of created more because they never really addressed the whole thought that they thought they tried time traveled. Although, you know, they were blown up by O'Malley, and they thought they were sent into the future, and then Church got sent back into the past with Gary, and so they never really resolved. I mean, I think they mentioned it like one time in a later season, and I think that was like I think they mentioned that to Agent Washington, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, it was just so weird to just see it, and then all of a sudden they maybe like address it maybe one, maybe two more times, and that's like they're just like, okay. It's like, okay, did they really travel into the future, or did they were just a bunch of goofballs that think they traveled into the future? I'm thinking probably more of they were a bunch of goofballs that thought they traveled into the future. They just probably just got knocked out or whatnot. But it probably has to do with all that freelancer stuff, and that we come to find out later on that they probably didn't want to lose these sim troopers, so because they probably didn't have a lot of them. No, I think that might have had something to do with it, but I don't know if they. Right. That's what I'm saying. They didn't technically. They are a good bunch of good. They're a bunch of good folks. Yeah, they didn't travel inside. That's what I'm saying, Kevin. I don't. I know they didn't travel inside, but they thought they did, and I just don't know if they realized that. I don't know if the guys ever fully conceptualized that they didn't travel in the future. I don't know if they did. They really. Maybe I just overlooked that or just didn't catch it. That they finally realized it. Yeah, Kevin, you're one of my moderators because you're cool. I like you. I feel like you can help me handle things if someone gets crazy. I don't think that's gonna ever happen, but you know, you never know who might sneak in. Um, and so let's talk about the whole. Let's talk about the whole, um, the church being back in time. Okay, so they didn't time travel. What was going on with church? Why did he have to wait? Okay, they were only some troopers. Okay, maybe I just maybe overlooked it and just didn't snap to me. Okay, so my question is, and with church, and maybe I may be trying to think too much into it. It's red versus blue. Maybe it's just one of those things I don't want to try to delve too much into. But church had to go was back in that room with Gary, and they had to wait 1,000 years before he could get back to even the original Blood Gulch. So I'm like, was he sent back in time, or was it just that? Was it something more than that? Was it something deeper than that? That's kind of one of those. That was game. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Now that I think about it, because of the AIs, okay, that makes sense. Okay. So, so what'll be? I mean, I don't know. um, yeah, that was kind of interesting. I'm like trying to think about it. Um, so we get to the very end of that particular season, and O'Malley's, just beating up on Lopez about this slow army. It was like, okay, yeah, okay, that makes, now that I think about it, and now that I get, this is why I wanted to do this live, chat, discussion, is that I'm learning stuff that maybe I just overlooked. Oh, ooh. So, was this one thing that they did with this scenario? So, was that one of the scenario? Ooh, that's good. That's good. What if, and follow me here. Might be and maybe correct me if I'm right or wrong. What if that particular 1,000-year span that he was one of the AI creations? Mm. Maybe, you never know. What it might have been one of the later ones. Never know. That would be kind of interesting if that may have been one of the creations of an AI at that point. So, would be pretty interesting. Let's continue on with season 3, where we finish up, and they're at the base, and there's some great. This is when we get the bounce chicka wow wow. I think this is the season that we get the bounce chicka wow wow more and more, and basically it's so funny to see them at this new area. Really had the mental breakdown. Like, okay, yeah, I guess I can see that, but it'd be kind of interesting, I mean, 1,000 years is a toll on anybody. I mean, 1,000 years to sit in a room and probably hear bad knock jokes. I mean, I don't know if that might break me. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold. So, yeah, it was an interesting. It's an interesting kind of thought process. Um, so basically, we get to the end, and this alien, the army of robots made by Lopez is going to get there in 24 hours. They're super slow, and then Church is thinking that either Tucker or Caboose is the Great Destroyer. And Gary keeps repeating, the Great Destroyer, blah, blah, blah. And Church is like, well, who is he? And then the alien sneaking up behind him. So we get to season 4, like, literally right after that. I mean, it's just like... And, oh, the guys make it back. And Griffin, I think Griffin Simmons, make it back to there. Hey... yes, they do. I think their lines get a lot better. I honestly love, like I said, season 3 for me was really the start of everything building for a better, like a more well-rounded show that had comedy, had drama, had action. It had everything going for it, and season 3 I think is finally when it just snapped into place, and that they really knew that they had something amazing in their hands. That's his, you know what, Kevin, that's really, wow. That is true. That's actually a good thought. I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's 1,000 years, and he just might have been lying to him. Yeah, I like that. That's actually really, really deep. I like it. Let's continue forward. Season 4. Season 4 is we're starting to kind of build towards the climax of this particular section of the Blood Gulch Chronicles. I think that's what they're called. Is when we get into this particular, it's the Blood Gulch Chronicles. Blood Gulch Chronicles. Yes, replacing everyone as Gamma. No. Yeah. No. That was really good. So let's get into season 4. Season 4, familiar surroundings. Start off with Griff still crying about being back in Blood Gulch. It would basically have Tex and Tucker and Caboose discover that Church is back in ghost form again, and Church explained why he was literally scared out of his body by being ambushed. They're basically trying to fight off this alien, and basically Tex gets beaten back. Okay. Oh no, it was season 4 that was about Chihuahua. I'm sorry. About Chihuahua was the first. Oh, okay. It was season 1. I'm looking back through some of my notes. I basically, like I said, I created notes for some of the episodes that I really liked, and that was the first one. Okay. Bound Chihuahua. Nice. But anyway, so we're basically basically this one was really good. I mean, season 4 was just, oh, what can I say about season 4? I mean, season 4 for me had some more of the good storytelling. I think this one had some really good storytelling and just building up to the climax, which was going to be the next season. We get a lot of this funny back and forth between, you know, going from one team to another and back to the other team and back and forth several times. And we meet the bomb. What was the... Yeah, the bomb. Yeah, the bomb was during this one, I think. So and the alien's name was Hong Kong. That was something Andy. Yes, thank you, Andy. Andy the bomb. Thank you, feline. I was like, what was his name again? Because we don't get to see him very much after the fact. After, you know, after I think, was it this season? Yeah, season 5. I think we might have like saw him like one more time, like during a later season. I'll have to think about that. Basically, they get told and hey, the baby. Oh gosh, yeah. Let's talk about that bag of mess. The baby, basically, Tucker somehow gets impregnated and has a kid named Crunchbite. That was really, I don't know what to honestly say about that. I mean, honestly, for me, this was a pretty laughable season. Yeah, I was a little disappointed about them not keeping them around a little bit longer. I really felt like that they could have done a little bit more with those two characters. I would have loved to see Crunchbite, but we did see that one little scene in season 13. That was that. Well, it was season 13. Was it season? It was 12 or 13? One of the two. We get to see a little bit of Crunchbite, so that was kind of nice. The baby wasn't Crunchbite though. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was. Okay, I thought. Okay, Crunchbite. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Crunchbite was the alien, and then Junior was the kid that Tucker had. I thought his name was Crunchbite there for a second. Junior, that's right. Hong Kong is Crunchbite. Yeah, Hong Kong is Crunchbite. Gotcha. It's so. I mean, you have so much in you know that you have to kind of reflect back on. So many different seasons that they do so much, and while these are memorable characters, it's we only got to see them for a little bit of time, so it's kind of. Yeah, during Epsilon's message to everyone. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that was season 13. We're working that way. But yeah, it was so amazing to see that. That was funny. And then I wasn't during this season, and correct me if I'm wrong, we get the there is no 11, you fucking whore. Was it this season? I think it was this season that he's trying to call, and he's like, in fact, it was Tucker. Season 5. Okay, that was season 5. Okay, I'm almost there. Season 5. That was a good one-liner. That was one of my favorite. This season we get the. We basically, Andy plays back the message from command in English, so that way, because it was in Spanish. Yeah, because the ship had already crashed. That's right. The ship crashed in this particular season, and then it just promptly drops on Donut, of all people, and then we get season 5. Let's go ahead and jump onto season 5. Man, we might only get to so far. That's okay. We'll do another one before the end of the year. It's not a big deal. Well, I might do one on New Year's Eve. I might do another one to, do a follow-up. We'll do, like, maybe part 1, part 2. Tucker has a baby just at the end of season 4, I believe. I don't remember if there's too many seasons. I'm the same way. Do better than... Okay, then. Good luck. Yeah. That was a good line. That was good. It's just like, Vic, you're just an asshole. Um, and I actually didn't realize that that it's just I just didn't think about it. You know, we have so much that was going on in this particular season. Yeah, you're right about that feeling. There was just so many good points about each and every season. There was so much that happened, and like I said, these were short episodes, like 4 to 5 minutes long. So they happen so fast. You're like, it's hard to even process it. I actually, what I might end up doing within the next couple of weeks is just kind of off on my own time. It's just rewatch a couple of them because they were so memorable. I might watch some of the really good seasons. So season 5, this is where we get the climax of everything we've accomplished in the first 4 seasons. I mean, we get this ship that dropped on Donut. We get this. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention some of my favorite stuff in season 1 was the whole Puma. I mean the whole stop. It's not a myth. That sounds like a mythical creature, a made up creature. That was some of my season 1 stuff that I really liked. I almost forgot about that. I'm like, how could we forget about the whole Pumbaa Warhol thing? Sorry, I had to bring that up because I just thought about that. I was like, I was thinking to myself, like, what am I missing? I'm missing some key things, right? I know I am. But yeah, so Church returns to the Blue Base where Junior's now baby is in the baby's now born. We get comatose Tucker, and he's out, and then basically, and then we get this back and forth between Doc and Church, but then the ship crashes, and then they have this rescue plan, and then Sheila gets put into the ship. So that was pretty interesting right off the bat. And the universal law of dibs. You can't forget that. That's very important in this particular season. The universal law of dibs. Dibs. Actually, the Puma conversation actually was what created the idea. Oh, okay. Huh. I did not know that. Huh. That's actually good to know. The more you learn. Awesome. My favorite joke is, cool, you have a dog? That's my kid. Sweet, you have a kid that looks like a dog? Nice. Yeah, that would be. Yeah. International Debt Protocol. Somewhere in my life. Very good point. International Debt Protocol. I honestly think that should be. You know, isn't that? What's that? You know, they should make a shirt of that, or we should get a shirt going if they haven't already done that. I'm sure they have, but there should be a shirt that says that International Debt Protocol. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Maybe I could send that up to the Rooster Teeth guys. Maybe I can, get some things going. Yeah. Here we go. Make that a shirt. Put that on a t-shirt. Slap that on a t-shirt. And then we get Sister. Oh, let's see this. I gotta see this real quick. Oh, International Dibs Protocol. Nice. Dibs. I like that. Thank you there, Kevin. That was good. It's nice. We get Sister, who happens to be Griff's sister. And she may be a little bit more promiscuous than she lets on. We get this very long, drawn out evaluation of Doc and Sister, which was yes, that was the no take backs at court and the shotgun amendment, which was what A little, yeah, just a little, just a little. Uh, uh, basically, we get Sister. Like I said, she was basically examined very thoroughly, from what it sounded like by Doc. Which, okay, go Doc on that. Um, um, basically, and then they get they have this whole thing where they end up in the cave, and then was it, yeah, it was Griff that was on Simmons about drugs. I mean, it went on this whole tangent about drugs and how Simmons shouldn't use drugs. That was very well done, very well done, guys. um Tucker knows best. Church somewhat follows. Yeah. Basically, they follow them to the caves. Tucker. Oh, the helpful advice to Junior. Okay. That's so. Yes. The who? Okay. The first one, I'll give props to who remembers what Tucker said to Junior. Let's see who gets it. Let's see who gets. Come on, let's see who gets it. I want to see who gets it first. Kevin or Feline? They're racing at the keyboard. Come on, guys. Let's. Come on. Which one of you gonna get it? I want to see which one gets it first. No, no, you don't remember? Ah. Feline, just go in the corner. You can go in the corner now. I'm just kidding. No, dude. What was it? I invest in real estate. Everyone on the internet is actually a dude, and don't buy the extended warranty on anything. Very good. Props to you, Kevin. Or was it everyone on the internet is actually a dude, or every girl on the internet is actually a dude? I don't. I could swear he said girl. I might be wrong on that. I'm gonna have to actually look that up. Anyway, so we get that. Basically, Sarge calls command, thinking that he needs to, and it basically he hears Vic Jr. Yes. We get a revelation of Flowers / O'Malley. So Captain Flowers, God, how can I forget Captain Flowers during the whole church trying to fix the past? I mean, and then we end up finding out that Flowers is someone else in the near future. But we will also girls. It's like. Yeah. Yeah, they're very true. Repent, the end is near. We get that, and then why were we here? And wow, what a great ending to this season. We had alternate fight scenes, it's alternate endings. That was one of my favorite endings to a season for Redverse. Well, one of the top. I want to say that's one of my top ones. Is how they went either completely just everyone died, or everyone did the kind of different things. It just was beautiful. Bound chicka Hong Kong. I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did teach that. Uh, that's just genetic. Yes, it is indeed. Ouch, Hong Kong. Um, that was pretty good. Let me think of some other. Oh, the Where Are They Now? That was pretty good. The Where Are We Now? After his tour with Blood Gold, Sarge was awarded the Medal of Redness, but it was revoked when he would not reveal his name for the certificate. He was commanded victorious Red forces through the years, eventually killed on the battlefield at Gemini 8. He died exactly wanted after Griff. Yeah, that was some of the fact that Sarge considered that he was in hell. Yeah. Oh, the donut one, the alternate ending where is it now? It says donut. Married an exotic dancer named Tiffany. They have 12 children. No, yeah, that was Donut. And then Caboose sold his life story to a software company based in Redmond, West Virginia. They based it off a popular video. That was beautiful. That was really good. When I saw I had forgotten some of the Where Are They Now, and when I was reading through some of the wiki stuff and reading some of the lines that I wanted to go over, that was brilliant. I was like, really? Sorry, I was just like, dude, that was my. I like the one where it's also, dude, that was my. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Vita. This was, I mean, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a part 2. So I'm sorry I had to cut this short. I wanted to keep my promise. What we're going to do is I'm going to be back on Monday. So I'm gonna do my reaction of season 14 on Monday. So we're gonna get back into everything on Monday. So what an amazing, let me start off with saying I appreciate each and every one of you. Season 1 through 5 of Red versus Blue was such a great introduction to this world, and I could go on for hours about how the timing, the comedic timing was well developed. The just overall story was well done, and what they went and did with it afterwards was just a testament to the, I want to say, almost genius of these guys. So it was so wonderful to see how they worked this all out. So we're gonna come back on Monday. Yes, comedy gold. And then we get into seasons, we get the next couple of seasons, which is called Recollection. I think that's what they call it, the Recollection. Yes. Okay, yes. I think that's what it's called. And then they've got Project Freelancer, which was 9 and 10. I didn't actually know. I thought Project Freelancer was 8, 9, and 10, but it was not. It's actually only 9 and 10. Yes, I remember. I think it was you, Kevin, that you said that to me when I was getting into season 6. You're like, season 6 is so on strapping for ride. I think you actually said that. But yeah, I mean, I always appreciate each and every one of you. So, like I said, we're gonna be back on Monday. We'll get kicked off with season. I don't want to watch. Wait, the complete unabridged story of Red vs. Blue. Feline, link me the video, or I'll see if I can find it. I'll try to see if I can find that. Okay, I'll try to find it. See if I can find it. But if you find it before I find it, just link it to me. I'm sure I'll find it at some point if I, Um, but yeah, we'll be on season 14, and then uh, thank you. Yeah, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me go ahead. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna save that. I might actually do that for. I might do that as a pre-log to my reaction for season 14. So I might actually do that. So, um, well, so we got season 14, and then we'll be back going Avatar, and then we'll kind of be kicking right back into it. This coming month, we got Genlock that's coming out on the 28th, if I'm remembering correctly. We got Genlock that's coming out, so we'll be doing reactions to that as they come out the week. It'll be the week after it launches. We'll be doing the next week, so it's going to be a little bit kind of weird when they. I think what day is it? I think it's the 28th. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me just look. I think so. I think it is the 28th. Let me look. Hold on. Release date. There we go. Yes, I am too. 26. I am sorry. That's a Wednesday. Wow, that's a weird day. Oh, wow. I did not know this. Okay. I'm looking through the cast real quick. Yes, I'm looking forward to that too. Oh, and Feline, I will have your poster out probably tomorrow, so don't worry. I just been crazy busy, so don't worry. I got your poster coming out tomorrow. It's just been so busy. Michael B. Jordan, wow, that's a big name. David Tennant, who you've seen my reaction on that. Dakota Fanning, really, Maisie Williams. Oh my gosh, Maisie Williams is in this. Lindsay Jones, of course. I'm not sure who to. That's wow. That's an impressive cast. Got some really good actors in this. They went all out. I hope it sticks around. I don't want to see. Yeah, a lot of big names on this one. Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing. That would be amazing because I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. So I would love to meet Maisie Williams. Maybe she'll be at. Maybe she'll be at RTX one year. That would be nice. I have a crush on her. She's so adorable. But anyway, so folks, I have to head off. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate everyone. I hope you have a happy new year. Let me know in the comments of. I think this video will be having comments. So let me know in the video what your favorite, what your thoughts on for New Year's, what your plans on for New Year's, some of your goals, some of your New Year resolutions if you do those. And let me know what you got for Christmas. I would love to hear what you guys and gals got for Christmas. I'm super excited to always hear that. And as always, and also, if you see the Weiss figure running around, let me know. I really want that. So, or you can send it to me. I'm just kidding. So, folks, I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. I will see you next time. Peace out. Oh, wait.